That was the neighbor's basketball came down and hit my plant. So I'm going to leave that here. I'm not going to try to take that blue glow with me. But of course, my attenuata variegata, that will be coming with me, not as a cutting either. It will be coming with me as a rooted plant. So, I mean, I'm working really hard at getting the house packed up and throwing a bunch of crap away and donating stuff, because I think the most of my time is going to be spent out here carefully extracting plants and moving pots.
So is the lemon tree coming with us?
Lemon tree is coming with. It certainly is. See, this spread ives crested. This is not particularly happy right here. It's getting blasted by the sun. And that little Kishokan agave looks like crap. But I still think that'll bounce back. The little balloon cactus that was underneath the Brugmansia over by the waterfall is loving life there in the full sun.
Do we plan on getting any new Talavera?
New Talavera. Well, you know, I would never say no to Talavera. And if I see some pieces that I have to have, I just might get some. I have pieces actually buried out here that I don't even remember I have. So as I go through and I clean and I tidy and I excavate, I'm probably going to find some more pieces. I don't know. Should we take the topsy-turvy?
Well, let's ask.
You know what? I think I will. You know, I say that now, but moving, you guys know how hard it is, and there's just so many moving parts. But I made this with my son John. He filmed the video on this, like it was a professional video, and it was a memory that I made with him, and a fond one. So, and I've been saying I need to take this apart and paint the pots because they're chipping, and this might be just the excuse. I mean, sure, I could make a new one. All it is rebar and a few terracotta pots, but I've got them. So I think I might take it with me. You know, all of the things like the roses, the bougainvillea, the stephanotis, the brugmansia, the honeysuckle, those will all stay here. And most of the plants around or really all the plants around the waterfall will stay. They're not necessarily rare, unique, or special. I just have my aloe-plicatillus up there in a pot that I'll take with me. But I'd like to leave. I'd like to leave that footprint.
JC says if you put any of your plants up for adoption, please let him know.
Absolutely. I will let you guys know. And for those of you that reached out about the plants in Pacific Beach, it was a feeding frenzy, which I'm sure you can understand. I did a really good job the first day of getting back to all 64 emails. That pretty much everything was gone at that point. And some of you that emailed after, I apologize if I didn't get back to you. They did go extremely fast, but it was a wonderful celebration of community. You know, it was so fun. I just feel like, generally speaking, people are really, and understandably, very prickly right now. And that was sort of the experience that I had out there in the land of being a tenant looking for a house. People just not real trusting and defensive and abrupt, and I don't know, it's sad. Understandable though. And it was so fun in Pacific Beach just to have our community come and laugh and share. You guys brought cookies, you brought pizza, you brought baked goods. You just made it into a celebration that day.
Yeah, Adam says plant people are the best.
Plant people are absolutely the best. I think that we are a type, and we are a type that is just old soul, aren't we? Old souls. We're generous, we're kind, we're trusting, and we have a lot of wisdom and understand that everything that matters is right here in the garden, ultimately, isn't it? Because no matter what's going on in the world, when I come out here, I can rely on it to be the same. I can rely on this space to ground me and make me feel safe.
How far is the new house from where
It's
we're at?
about, what would you say, Greg? 45 minutes
45 minutes north.
northeast
Yes.
of us. So, not bad. Vista is, I don't really know a lot about Vista. I haven't spent a whole lot of time there outside of just doing a couple of jobs. But it's a newer community. Um, and I mean, I haven't heard anything bad. The street we're moving to is really nice and quiet. A lot of older people live on the street. Sorry about that, you guys. It got too hot outside, so we brought the party inside. Um, I can't thank you all enough for tuning in. Like I said, I've missed you. I don't think I've done a live in, oh my goodness, over a year.
Now try it.
Sorry about that. We got too hot outside for the phone. I was afraid that was going to happen. So we decided to bring our party inside. I just wanted to thank you again for being here with me today. I've missed you all. It's been over a year, I think, since I've done a live. And it's fun, it's fun just to talk to you and to answer any burning questions that you might have. It's getting harder and harder to keep up on YouTube with the comments as the channel grows, which I thought about that in the early days too. Oh, one of these days I'm not going to be able to do this. Well, that day hasn't come yet. I'm still trying to keep up with all of them. And so keep watching and keep commenting. And remember to also follow on Instagram at Laura Loves Succulents. That's another way that you can reach me. I really love seeing your work. You guys have done a great job of DMing me, sliding into my DMs, and showing me what's going on in your garden. And I love it. I love to see what you're doing. Also, if you go to my website at lauraeubanks.com, you can leave me an email, which is a really great way also to get a hold of me. You don't need to be inquiring about a consultation or wanting to hire me to do a job. If you just want to reach out, if you want to send me photos, if you just really feel like you want to connect, you can do that. That would be great. It's a little tricky to keep up with Instagram. As you know, you've got it's just a little clunky. So my apologies if you reach out and I don't respond. Keep trying, because it just means I didn't see it. I really, really enjoy seeing your work.
Is Hannah still doing xeriscapes?
Ah, yes, good old Hannah Margaret. Update on Hannah. Hannah is living in sin with her boyfriend Luke in North Park. So she isn't in the house anymore, but still very active, obviously, on the job. Hannah is 24 and decided about 2 years ago that this is what she wanted to do, that she wanted to work alongside of me in Design for Serenity. And obviously that couldn't have made this mom happier that she wants to follow in the old footsteps. She is learning, every day we give her a little more responsibility. And we're always keeping our eyes open for projects for her that she can handle on her own, because that one that she did a couple years ago in La Mesa, I mean, she nailed that.
Yeah,
Follow her on TikTok
yes.
too. She's wonderful, and also is so generous to share on my Instagram at Laura Loves Succulents the daily updates. So if you want to see some behind the scenes every day, she generally, if we're working, she will put together a TikTok and post it to my Instagram feed. So you can check out the little daily behind the scenes snippets there as well.
Yeah, France can't go a day without watching you.
Oh, thank you, Francis. I made it a point in January. I decided that I was going to make an effort to upload every single day. That I was gonna, rather than just making this, well, if I think about it, I'll do it thing. I wanted to commit. I wanted to commit to see about building a following and providing content for you, in the hopes that in growing the channel, we would reach more people, that through, YouTube verse, that they would extend the net and we would reach more and more people with these life-changing plants. And again, this community, every now and then we have, I see a troll. We have a new troll. I don't remember his name now, but he's been commenting. It's not nasty or derogatory, just curmudgeon-y. Same. He said that my work is like Groundhog's Day. It's like the same
Same
thing.
old, same old.
Same old. Yeah, and other and other comments. And I don't want to say I live for those, but I kind of do, because they're so funny to me. It's good. It's all good. It's all fun. I won't tolerate hate, and I won't tolerate bullying, and I won't tolerate anybody being mean. But I love to hear what people have to think, and what their opinion is of what I do, for the good or the not so good. There's something to be learned from every comment. And yeah, so, but 99.9% of the time, it's just so lovely.
Daniqua says if it's not broken,
Yeah, if it ain't broken, don't fix it, right?
don't fix it.
That's right. Well, I mean, yeah, I don't even know. I wouldn't have even known how to respond to that one. He doesn't have to watch, I guess. I don't know. Because this is what I do. I'm not going to change it. Yeah, so whatever.
No, JC, we're still waiting on the plaque, so.
Oh, update on the silver play button. I did receive an email from the YouTube.
You didn't tell me that.
I did receive it, and they asked for the correct spelling of my name, and I gave it to them. And now my plaque is in the works. So we will do a grand unboxing when it arrives, because it's just a lot of fun. It's a big accomplishment to hit 100,000, and we are all to be applauded, right? I mean, it's all of us, you as well as Greg and I, that have made it happen. So yeah, we'll be sure and share that when it comes. Apparently, YouTube is encouraging me to do something. They're all, make sure and tag creator or something or other, because we want to see what you do. And I thought, oh my God, am I supposed to do something? I'm not supposed to just open the box and go, yay, here it is. I'm supposed to create some sort of drama around it. So then I thought, well, maybe I should Google that. Maybe I should Google silver play button unboxings and see, what other creators are doing. And then I thought, no, I'm not going to do that, for the same reason that I don't really follow other designers. It's just important for me to be me. I have a hard enough time doing that, let alone, pulling in influence from other people and second guessing myself.
We should show the plaque to the neighbors, according to JC.
See, I'm not crazy. No, we actually have wonderful neighbors. We're packed in here like sardines, but we get along great with all of our neighbors. We've been very blessed. We have no issues whatsoever. And I think they pretty much all know by now what I do, and everyone gives me my privacy. Nobody makes a big deal out of it. I mean, not that it's a big deal anyway, but we were, when we were up at the ranch this last time, we went to McLeod Falls. We're way up there in the sticks, and just having a day, with Hannah, and Luke was with us, and Greg and I, and we're walking along, and a follower comes running toward me. Laura Eubanks, oh my God. That was hilarious that she recognized me. We had so much fun. There were these 3 or 4 millennials walking along, and they stopped and they looked at me for a while, and a couple of them got their phones and rather unenthusiastically snapped a picture, they're like, who is this person? And then they finally figured out that this person was just a person and they moved on. But we had a really nice time talking with our follower and her husband and daughter. They were up from, where did they come from? The Bay Area, right? Yeah. Kind of a last hurrah before they packed their daughter off to college. And she's going to Hawaii to study. So it was just fun. I just love meeting you. I generally meet you guys at the nurseries all the time. It's rare that I go to Oasis or Waterwise without bumping into at least 1 or 2 or 10 people that follow me. And it means a lot to hear your stories and to hear that this is actually making a difference and that you're benefiting from watching me do what I do every single day. It sure gives my life a lot of purpose. So I'm glad that I'm able to offer something of value to you too. Yeah? No other burning questions? This is your chance, guys. Don't be shy. I mean, I'm a pretty open book. I really am. Try me. Come on. You can do it. I know you want to ask. Just ask. This isn't even our first date.
Do you ever plant indoor succulents?
Oh, I'm blushing.
And do you smoke cannabis?
Okay, do I ever plant indoor succulents? No, but that's because I don't have to, because I can grow them outside year round. I cannot keep a house plant alive to save my life. I have no instincts for house plants, which is why I'm so sensitive to your struggles with succulents, because I get it. I mean, we all have our roadblocks. And as far as cannabis, that's funny. I make such a big deal out of like 420 and but I don't. I'm just not. I never did. I've smoked a couple times with Hannah. I don't know. I didn't not like it, but I didn't necessarily like it either. I'm so boring.
You
Maybe
you got giggly.
I got a little giggly, Greg said, but I don't know. It's just, I don't drink or do use drugs. I don't like the taste of alcohol, and I don't like not feeling in control of myself. So I fully support you drinking and using drugs if that is your choice. It's just not for me. See, that was easy, right?
Gabriella wants to know, or she said you need to do a book with pictures.
A book with pictures, yes, I fantasize about that. I'm thinking a big glossy coffee table book with these phenomenal photos and then a backstory about the photo. I would love that for posterity. I mean, I would feel like I could die happy at that point.
You are the Julia Child of succulents.
By the Julia Child of succulents. Well, yeah. So you know what? If you are a publisher or an editor, you got the sweet hookup. Hit me up. I know it'll happen when the time is right. But I think that would be a really neat way, wouldn't it, to encapsulate these almost 1,000. How many videos? We've done like almost 900 videos into a book. Where I could share, all the backstory and the wisdom about the installation. And then you would have the inspiration of seeing the photos and having them right in front of you in book form too, where you could then pull ideas and inspirations for your own gardens. I mean, it's endless how valuable that could be. It's also endless to think about the amount of work that would have to go into pulling that off. But with help and support, I'd be down.
Do you have any tips for Francis on Baccarnia recurvatas?
Baccarnia recurvata, elephant foot. Trying to think if I've ever killed one. No. No, that's a plant that stores all of its nutrients and water in that caudex and that big foot. So they're pretty tough. We've
She doesn't want to kill hers.
Okay. Well, yeah. Are you thinking about moving it? Is that the concern? Is because we've moved a lot of them, and you can move them with very little root, and we've never had a problem. We've never even, I don't recall them ever even shocking. Um, so I say go for it.
Laura wants an update on my health. So I'll let you talk about my health. Am I healthy?
Oh, okay. Greg's health. Well, those of you that are late to the party, almost 3 years ago on August 10th, Greg suffered a cardiac arrest in the Minneapolis airport, and he was lost to us for about 45 minutes and was put into a coma and cooled and then brought back to life by the miracle of modern medicine. He sits before us today fully intact, and we are very, very, very lucky that he survived, and that he survived with all of his faculties and without any limitations. He goes for his stress tests every year in October. The first October, flying colors. He walked out of there. They lowered all of his medications. He was thinking about going back for his knee replacement surgery the following year. Can't do that on the blood thinners. So they had to put a pin in his knee. Second year went back, he had a blockage that had to be stented, so he had to stay on the blood thinners. Was that it? Wait, no, you've had only 2 stress tests?
Yeah, this will be the 3rd year.
Okay, so we'll see, how it goes. We eat really clean. I prepare all of our food now. We rarely ever eat any food that I don't make myself. And it's not that hard, and I really kind of enjoy it. I don't cook with oils, butters. We don't do dairy. Basically, if it tastes good, we don't eat it. But we've learned to really appreciate real food. So I do a lot of vegetables. We do a lot of pizzas on gluten-free crust. I chop up all kinds of fresh vegetables and pineapples and whatnot, and make us little pizzas. Which at first without cheese was kind of
Thank
meh.
you, Debbie.
Oh, but
We love you, Greg.
oh well, we do love Greg, and we want to keep him around, don't we? So yes, we just eat a lot of fruit. We eat a lot of vegetable, a lot of whole grains, occasionally fish. Once in a while, a little bit of chicken, but we've pretty much eliminated packaged foods and sugars, artificial sweeteners,
Dairy.
dairy. We don't do much of that because it just doesn't agree. We like almond milk and oat milk. But what we've learned in these last 3 years is for Greg and I, and this is just us, we were eating way more food than we really needed to be eating. So cutting back on the amount of food and improving the quality. We celery juice. I also juice carrots and apples and just anything I can in my Omega juicer. So we try to maximize the nutrition. We take a liquid zinc, a liquid B12, a vitamin D, a complete. We do a C with rose hips, and that's it, right, on the supplements. And then Greg's got a few heart medications that he takes. But yeah, I mean, he's doing great, and pretty much back to doing all the things that he did before this happened. So thank you for asking, and you guys were amazing through that whole time. I mean, just really kept us propped up and supported. So thank you for that as well. What else?
Susan Ock should come out with a Laura Eubanks edition, collection.
Oh,
of
wouldn't that be
pots.
funny? What would that even look like if Susan did a... Oh my goodness. She's amazing, isn't she? Susan is such an artist. I love her too, and such a fine human being. We had fun collaborating together last year and raised a whole bunch of money for breast cancer. Oh, which reminds me, Pride, a little update. We brought back out the Pride merch this month for Pride Month, and you guys showed up like you always do. And we are nearly at $1,000 for the Trevor Project. You guys, thank you. I know that it can be a little clunky finding my shop on YouTube. Some of you have had some issues with that, but you've hung in there and you've kept pushing buttons until you found it. And remember, all the proceeds from everything that's available in the shop will go to that organization this month in honor of our LGBTQ plus community. Somebody asked when the phallus merch was coming back. Oh, it'll be up again. Our son John, who is in Los Angeles and he's a TV editor, he comes up along with Hannah, comes up with most of the designs for our merchandise. And whenever he's inspired, he throws something up there. And the whole point in the shop is just for fun and just another way to feel a little bit of connection to you guys. I love seeing you at the nurseries, and when you come to volunteer and you're wearing like your DFS merch. That always makes me super happy.
They want the cactus boob shirt back.
Oh, the cactitties?
Cactitties.
Yeah,
yes.
we'll have to do another run on the cactitties
Or
merch.
Susan Ock, Laura Eubanks phallus pot.
Oh, we could do something with that, couldn't we?
Oh, that's a good suggestion. Mama loves her barrel cactus.
Mama loves her barrel cactus.
Yeah.
Yes, she does.
All right. Well, you think you babbled on enough?
I think I babbled on long enough. We're going to go see Tom Hanks in the Elvis movie. We got Greg for Father's Day? One of our kids got him a gift gift card to AMC. So we're going to go see us a movie. And tomorrow we will be back to work. So be sure and tune in at 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time to see what we're up to.
Richie wants to know what's for dinner.
Tonight is going to be salmon, baked potato. I found the best substitute for sour cream. It's still dairy, but at least there's no fat. A little bit of non-fat Greek yogurt. Some scallions, some Mrs. Dash, and some steamed asparagus. That is what is on the table tonight.
All right.
Thanks, guys. Thanks so much for tuning in and asking questions. And I'll see you soon in the comments. This has been Laura Eubanks Live. Bye, guys.